Hello, my name is Nimi and I am a self-image empowerment coach. If you are feeling like you are just not enough, you are not doing enough, you are not being enough, whether it's your work life, your family life, your love life, or just in general, then this message and this story is for you. Once upon a time, there was a farmer who lived about a couple of miles away from a well, and he would every morning go to this well with two pots, empty pots, and collect the water from the well and bring it back for his farm. He had created an apparatus to carry the filled water pots back. It was basically of a rod, and then the two pots would hang with some strings. He would carry that back on his back and bring it back to his farm. One of the pots actually had a hole on the side of it, and so every time the farmer filled this pot and brought it back, it would leak half the water along the way. And by the time he was home, only one of the pots was full of water, the other one was half full or a quarter full. The pot that had a hole in it was starting to feel very inadequate. Now, don't ask me the logic of pots talking and feeling, just a story, go with it. And so the pot that had the hole in it would often feel this feeling of, I'm not enough, I'm not adequate. And this happened over a few days when finally the pot said to the farmer, you know what, you should replace me. I'm not enough. I don't bring enough water back for you as much as the other pot does. And I think it's best if you just get a new one. And this was making the pot sad, of course, being of very little use. The farmer said to the pot, it's completely understandable how you're feeling, but here's the thing, it's going to take me some time to get a new pot, so how about this? We make do for the next few days and then we'll see what to do. And the pot said, okay. The farmer the next morning got ready to take the pots out to the well. He said to the pot that had the hole in it, why don't you today, I know you've been downed, why don't you today pay attention to your side of the walk when we're walking back from the well to the farm? Look on your side and just try to be happy. Try to appreciate everything that's around you instead of worrying about the fact that you're not bringing enough water back. Just have fun on the walk. Appreciate your walk back. And the pot said, yeah, I can do that. And so off they went, the farmer with his two pots. He got to the well, he filled both pots up with water, put them on the apparatus, and started carrying them back. On his walk back, he reminded the pot to look on his side, of course. He saw these beautiful flowers, all these different colored flowers blooming, a lot of greenery and trees and grass, and just, it was wonderful. He felt good. However, once they got back, the pot said to the farmer asked the pot, how was your walk back? How do you feel? And the pot said, it was lovely. The walk was wonderful. There were these bright colored flowers everywhere, and I really, really enjoyed the walk back. But here's the thing, I don't feel great anymore because I'm still thinking of how little water I brought back from the well compared to the pot that doesn't have a hole in it. The farmer said, yeah, of course, that's understandable that you still feel that way, and that walk wasn't enough for you to, carry on that feeling of joy in your heart. The farmer said to the pot, I'd like to tell you something about that side of the walk. The thing is, only your side of the walk actually has those beautiful flowers blooming. And I don't think you noticed the other side, but the other side doesn't have any. The reason that those flowers are blooming on that side and there's so much greenery to admire and to make you feel so great when you're walking past is because you are the pot that has a hole in it. And when I walk back with you and your water is leaking, it actually waters that side and it gives those flowers the water it requires, and the greenery the water it requires to bloom. That's when the pot thought, oh, how wonderful. I actually didn't realize I did that. And the farmer said, yeah, I know, because you've been concentrating on the fact that you are not good enough compared to the other pot. But the thing is, I knew that you had a hole, like that pot had a hole in it, and so I used it in a different way. And instead of worrying about how little water I was bringing back, I actually paid more attention to how that water can be watering those plants on the way for everyone else to enjoy and admire. That's when the pot said, I feel great. I feel like I'm part of something. I feel like I contribute and I created something beautiful. And that's what life is, isn't it? We're always comparing ourselves to something else or someone else and thinking we're not good enough. We're not like them. The farmer is telling us that yes, you're not like them, and he knew that both pots are different from each other in functionality. The thing is that we don't think of what we can do with what we have, because we're too worried about what we can't do with what we don't have. So I hope this story helps you in some way, and if it does, please leave a message for me. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for joining. Bye.